Hey y'all, whether it's the morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, hope y'all feeling amazing, doing amazing, and just being amazing overall. And if not, it's okay. Is all right, my friend, because bad times don't last forever. Because after every storm, there is a rainbow, and you're getting closer and closer every day to that rainbow, that pot of gold, the light in the tunnel, whichever one you prefer. Okay? But please, please, please take advantage of the bad times and harbor over them and also appreciate them because the bad times have gotten you as well as me to the times that we want to see. So appreciate those bad times, love on it, and also honor them. Even though at times we don't want to, but those bad times have really helped us and shaping us to be in the good times that we are living or getting to now. Okay? Yes. So, hey y'all, what's up? What's poppin'? I hope everyone is feeling good, doing amazing. If not, it's okay, my friends. Slow and steady wins the race. You got this. Take your time. Do what's best for you. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to take a step back, as well as it's okay to reflect on what's going on with the world around you. As we enter week 3 of November, we are getting closer and closer to Thanksgiving, to the ones that celebrate Thanksgiving, as well as every other holiday coming up, such as Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's Day, China's the Chinese New Year's, all that. We're getting to the nitty gritty of the new year, and this is where things get to the point where, ooh, you're in the mode of okay, something got to shapen up, or I got to turn up a little bit more, or whatever the case may be, my friend. Whatever you're feeling, how you feeling, trust me, you got this. Manifestation is real. Prayers is real, as well as you putting in the work. So I know it's a lot going on as we are in week 3, but this vibe of the day, I really hope that you guys really learn a few good things from this, because with it being week 3 of November, and this is the third Wednesday of the month, I got a little trick up my sleeve that I hope will help you all. Because if you guys know, well, if you don't know, well, sorry, let me go back. Beep, beep, beep. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for the ones that are not new to this, but true to this, hey y'all, what's that was popping again? We have 23 newsletters. And the newsletters are to help everyone who wants to be in the loop of what's going on over here at Vibing with E, as well as Vibing Out with guest appearances, know what's going on. As well as with Vibing Out with guest appearances, now we have Vibing Out with guest group sessions, because I know at times we love a good one-on-one session, me and the guests, but sometimes some guests want to have others with them that wants to touch base on certain topics. So that's one new thing too, y'all. We do have vibing out with guest sessions, so that's multiple people, at least up to 3. I have up to 3 guests. If we need to expand, we will expand soon, so we'll see how that goes. But yes, we have 23 we have 23 newsletters, and it's super dope because I started the newsletter in the process of the podcast turning 2 years old this year in June on the 15th, which is a Sunday, and it was Father's Day this year. So a newsletter is just the base upon what's really going on over here, like what's the vibe of the day, what's the weekly challenge, what's going on with vibing out with guests, what's any new information we have going on, and so on and so on. So let's deep dive into that, and then we're gonna go straight into the vibe of the day. So we are on the 23rd newsletter. November's vibe is gratitude, growth, and grace. Cultivating peace in every season, and this is part 3 because this is the third Wednesday of the month. So we're flowing deeper into December, and this month's theme is still gratitude, grace, growth, grace, and cultivating peace in every season. Continue to guide us. So November is a month that invites peace. It slows the rhythm of life just enough for us to breathe, reflect, and appreciate how far we have truly come. This is the season where slowing down becomes sometimes scary. It sometimes becomes scary. But I think of it as a time where rest becomes clarity, and where grace becomes a gentle reminder that you're allowed to pause within losing the moments of what's going on. So this week's challenge, take 5 minutes each day intentionally. No phone, no pressure, just stillness. You just probably in a quiet space or whatever. And I want you to use this short moment to breathe deeply, check in with your body, and ask yourself, what do I need today? Sometimes peace isn't found in doing more. It's found in doing less. So this week, honor the pause. Honor the time of just taking a pause of like having those breaks 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, an hour, whatever. Having a break to just reflect on you. Reflect on peace that you probably have not done in the past. So just give yourself gratitude and the grace and the growth and just cultivating on just having that peace that's needed for you, because like I said, this is also around the time of seasonal depression, and seasonal depression is a big thing. And if you're going through it, my friend, I'm here for you. You got this. We're gonna get over these hurdles, because this is why November is so big within gratitude, grace, and growth, because seasonal depression is a real thing. And now that it gets dark early and things like that, it does mess up our minds so much. Like, y'all, it messes my mind up so bad, because I'll be like, okay, it's bad enough I already had class at night online. And then now I'm waking up, going to bed and stuff. It's crazy. But I promise you, take it one day at a time and you'll see the results that you want to see. You just have to move to your own beat when you're ready to do this. No pressure at all. But you will beat this demon of seasonal depression or whatever else that you're going through, one step at a time. And please rely on them people in your life that really have been down for you, and not the people that comes in and out of your life whenever they need something from you. So, vibing with E weekly vibe check, where meaningful conversations meet growth and real life connections. So, the week of November 19th, which is today, Wednesday drop, new episode. We have reached 130 episodes so far on the podcast, which is super dope. It was so funny when I was in the process of developing the weekly newsletter. I seen the flyer I made impacted us reaching 100 episodes, and this was during the time where I was finishing out my senior year. That was like, I wanted to say in April. Yeah, in April, like the beginning of April, I want to say. And it's just so amazing how far I have came. And I thank you all so very much for being on this journey with me, because without y'all, I don't think I would have continued and go as far as going how far I am now within everything that's going on, from just reaching 130 episodes, reaching 20 guest appearances to 25 guest appearances to now 26 guest appearances. And our hope, this goal, is to reach 30 before the new year comes in. It's just so much, and I really appreciate y'all, because it's not easy. It's not easy juggling your personal life, your professional life, as well as, any other thing you have going on, to do something that is so, it brings you ease and it brings you peace. But I really, 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 really appreciate you guys so very much, because y'all keep me going. Regardless, sometimes the numbers may not be jumping. I still look at it as at least someone's listening, because you never know who's watching or who's listening or who actually needs this help, but not just need the help, but who love what I'm saying and what's going on. So once again, I deeply appreciate y'all so very much. Like, I really, really do. And for the ones that are new here, welcome again. I really hope that you guys stay around too, to be OGs, because they've been here for a good long time. Some have been here from day one. Some just came like probably before the podcast turned 2 years, whatever the case may be. I just appreciate y'all so very much for y'all support, because it's not easy. It's not easy. But I always take it one day at a time. Take a leap on faith, praying, affirmations, manifestations, and keep going, because this what brings me joy. But not only does it bring me joy, it brings others around me joy. And I always say, if I can't help a whole bunch of people, as long as I can help someone, and I can show I'm doing something right. So yeah. So we have 130 episodes on Vibing with E. And today's vibe of the day is finding peace in the pause. Slowing down to speed up. This week's vibe is all about embracing the power of slowing down. We're so used to running, grinding, and pushing ourselves that we forget how refreshed and nurturing it is necessary. Not nurturing. Well, it is nurturing to pause, but it's necessary to pause as well. This episode breaks down how stillness can actually move you forward, shaping your mind and help you reconnect with your purpose. Pausing is not falling behind. Pausing is repairing for the next level. And in this episode, we will cover why slowing down is essential for clarity, creativity, and emotional balance, how rest and reflection automatically speeds up your long-term process, practical ways to pause during busy seasons without feeling guilty, how to reconnect with yourself when life feels overwhelming, and why learning to be still is one of the greatest forms of self awareness and maturity. So, this conversation is a reminder that you don't always need to move fast to succeed. Sometimes the greatest growth comes from stillness. So, yes. So, we're going to tune in for a calming and restorative conversation that brings you back to the center of what's going on in life. Okay? So, y'all know how we was rolling with vibing out with guests. Well, vibing out with guests this Friday. We have no vibing out with guests session this Friday. But vibing out with guests is still proof that every story, no matter where it starts, has the power to inspire others. This series continue to grow, and today's episode is a reminder of why we started. Real conversations that uplift, inspires, and connects. However, this week we're maintaining a calm and intentional energy. There won't be any guest appearances, just you. You're the guest in your own situation. I know it sounds funny, but here's why. Your healing journey and the power of taking a pause. Sometimes the best vibe is simply giving yourself space to breathe. However, if you feel free to take, however, please feel free to take time to revisit any vibing out with guest session that you love or didn't really get a chance to really tap into. Reflect on your growth this month, as well as rest your mind before stepping into November's new energy. Like, the new energy that's going to be around you within November. Because November is not over yet. We're in the third week. We're halfway there. We have another week ahead. But just take the time to reflect, and then with all this energy going on. Okay? And lastly, side note, y'all, big news. So, Vibing with E has officially registered as a trade name. And I am thrilled to share this milestone with you guys because my journey has been an incredible one, from a simple idea to a thriving protective brand with a clear purpose. So I want to express my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support again through this transformational journey. It has been something. Like, I just feel like we just got the LLC. And the LLC protects your name and the brand where you reside at. And I reside in the state of Maryland. However, the trade name is protected all over. It's global. Like, nobody can take that name because it's like, it's yours now. It's mine. Nobody can take mine with E. And if so, something gotta give. But yes, I really, 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 really do thank you guys so much again. Like, this is just the beginning again of another chapter going on with so many things I have in store that I want to just display. I don't want to tell you guys because sometimes I feel like if I tell y'all gonna be like, okay, so what's going on? Something's ain't right, something's missing, like, where's the stuff at? So just know, even though I'm juggling school, grad school is not for the weak. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, it's not for the weak. But I tell people too, you gotta keep your chin up, chest out, and you gotta keep going. Like, it's not for the weak at all. But I thank God that I still motivate myself to go to school and get up for internship to serve the children, as well as have time to do homework and be engaged in class, as well as to go to trainings with my fellowship and stuff. It's not easy, as well as still make time for vibing with E, vibing out with guests, and everything of that sort. So, trust me, it's people probably going through the same thing you're going through, or 10 times more than what you're going through. Please give yourself grace, but also give others grace too. Don't judge before you get to know the person. Don't judge a book by its cover before you get a chance to sit down and read. And if you don't like it, close the book and keep it where it's at, and come back when you feel comfortable. If you don't want to come back, that's okay. But I'm real big on giving people grace and peace, because stuff be happening. But yes, y'all, thank y'all so very much for being a part of my story. I look forward to sharing more updates and achievements with you guys in the future, because, like, I feel like it's going to be some more dope stuff going on. So, yes, the quote of the week is, sometimes you have to slow down to hear what your soul has been trying to say. once said by unknown. And of course, to stay connected, follow the podcast page on Instagram at vibing.with.e. Use hashtag vibingwithE to share any of your favorite episodes or to do reflections. Please embrace pausing this week. Please embrace the pause for this week. Or for this week, you could do to share how you're embracing the pause for this week. So yeah. Until next vibe, from your host, E. And we are a big trademark, baby. It's just so funny to say that now because y'all's like, I never would thought I would do a trademark. I thought, okay, LLC. Oh, excuse me. I thought LLC, okay, we cool, we in there, we good. No. Once you get that trade name, you better, once you get that trade name, you in there like swimwear. So yeah. But yes, y'all, hope you enjoyed these updates. And if you want to get the newsletter, please feel free to, whatever way you listen or watch Vibing with E, I have the link tree in my bio. So all you have to do is click the link tree. There's an icon that says sign up for the weekly newsletter. Insert your email. And once I see it, you're in there. You may be behind, but it's okay. But you still will now get access to every weekly newsletter to get the scoop on what's going on before the episode drops. So yeah. Excuse me. Y'all, it is cold and flu season. All this stuff going on. Please take care of yourself. Please take all your medications. Get all your shots. Things like that. Because I guarantee you guys, I work with children, high school children. I be like, y'all got germs. Even us adults have germs. And when I get sick, it's not a good thing. And I'm hoping I'm not sick, but and also it's a time where people get sore throats and stuff, stretched throat and all that. And I feel like I'm about to get a sore throat because I talk too much, I yell and all that stuff. So let's hope I'm not going to get that. And I think that's what it is. But and if you're not feeling good, I hope and pray that you feel better, my friend, because this is not going to last long. Take all your meds, drink all your fluids, things of that nature. Take care of yourself. Health is wealth. And please make sure you're doing all the proper protocols for yourself because it is that season. It was so bad, y'all. My big boss was like, yeah, please take care of yourself because this is the time where most of the time where if people getting sick, people call it out. Always say call out, but yeah, call them out. Taking a sick time. Their sick time because if I'm sick, I don't want to be around nobody. And to knock on wood, hopefully I don't get sick because if y'all remember, if you're new here, but then in February came, oh y'all, I got the flu. I had got my flu shot and got the flu. I was no good. I still processed and I still made a way to record for the vibe of the day that day. But it was so bad. I don't even want to listen to it. Whoever listened to it, y'all, I appreciate y'all because I don't even want to listen to it. My body was so, like, out of it. Like, I can picture myself right now in my bed. I was so weak, numbed, everything. And I made it my prerogative, my duty. I said, I'm going to stay up. Because, when you're sick, sometimes you don't get a lot. You get sleepy, you do not get a lot of sleep. I was out of it. I was tired of tossing, turning, waking up and boiling hot, whatever. I took it upon myself. I said, I'm going to record this vibe. I'm not going to record my face. This will be the first vibe of the year without my face being shown because I'm sick. But I'm going to show y'all my audio. I'm going to still be consistent. I'm like, I'm still be consistent. And I think that audio was not long either. It was kind of crazy. But when you're dedicated to stuff, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I felt like, too, in the back of my mind, damn well, you should have just took that one and just left it alone. But, hey, and then plus, too, y'all, I was still at Morgan. I was in my undergrad, my last semester as a senior. And I was like, the semester just started. Like, what? It was so much going on, y'all. But, yes. Please take care of yourself. I just like giving the little stories, background, so y'all know, like, look, I go through it too. Sometimes I even put myself out there, be like, you did, that's wrong. for doing these things and you're sick, but I know you still like, you still the person you want to go, and this is impacting today's vibe of the day. Slow down. Sometimes you can't always be on the go. Sometimes you gotta slow down. Okay? But if you're new here, once again, we break down, well, I break down every vibe of the day as well as wellness lesson of the day within the definition, the 5 W's, the quote of the day. The quote of the week is the quote of the day, as well as the thank you for tapping in notes. Just impacting everything. Yeah. I think that's a little bit of it. I think there's nothing else. Oh yeah, and in my notes, most of my notes are from some online, some on top of the dome, and we just get into it to a deeper dive. But nevertheless, y'all, I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice or watching me on YouTube. If you want to go on the move, please, I want you to turn me up on your MacBooks, your speakers, your PCs, your phones, your iPad, whatever way you like to listen to me, your Alexas, your Google Dots, whatever it is, because as always, every vibe of the day, as well as every wellness lesson of the day, is something special. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to say the vibe of the day title again, and we're going to deep dive into it. So we on episode 130, and today's vibe of the day is finding peace in the pause, slowing down to speed up. And the reason why I did this one is because, like I said, November is a time where, it's the 11th month of the year. Some of us are still in the process of trying to give ourselves some grace, as well as trying to get everything out the way before December comes, because right when holidays are intact, we got to prepare for the new year and then prepare for what's to come and what's going on. And we really don't give ourselves peace. We don't really give ourselves the peace that we need, as well as we don't slow down. We don't give ourselves the courage, as well, mainly the permission to just slow down. Oh, excuse me. We need to slow down. We can't always be on the move, because sometimes when we be on the move so much, the results are not going to be how we want them to be, as well as things are not going to be how we want them to go. So, as well as going back into like depression, everything like that, please find peace in this pause. If things are not speeding up for you, enjoy this. Find the peace within with everything that's going on, because I feel like in the summertime, everything is moving so fast. I feel like when fall and winter come, this is where things need to slow down. But sometimes for people, it's the other way around. Summer slows down, and the winter and fall, it's speeding up, and whatever the case may be. So whichever one that falls for you, or my friend, regardless, please take advantage of slowing down to speed up, as well as find peace in this pause that's going on in your life. So let's get into it. The definition is, what does it really mean to find peace in the pause? So the definition is just going to highlight, what does it really mean to find peace within the pause, within us slowing down to speed up in this process of this month, as well as preparing for December and the new year. Well, finding peace in the pause means permitting yourself to slow down, not because you're weak, behind, or unmotivated, but because rest creates an alignment and clarity. It's the practice of stepping back so you can set the bigger picture, breathe deeper, and move forward with intentional instead of rushing through life on autopilot. When you pause, you create space for emotional rest, mental clarity, and rewarding energy. It's in the calm moments that you reconnect with your purpose and your value in yourself. So going back into finding peace in the pause is mainly you giving yourself that time and that space to really just slow down. And it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less of a person. And it doesn't make you behind or unmotivated. I feel like we all need to give ourselves grace when we're in this mission of whatever we're going through in our life. And we have to find the peace within everything that's going on, because if your life is like a ticking time bomb and everything is going on, you're moving around like your Bugs Bunny got 8 arms like an octopus is impossible. And this is where it comes into when we don't give ourselves that grace in that process. Because don't get me wrong, you could be motivated and so motivated, but even superheroes that's motivated and want to get the mission done still need to give their self peace. They still need to find peace within what's going on, and they need to slow down to speed up. You got to slow down. You got to catch your pace. Like, got to catch your breath. Like, we run a marathon. It's not going to be easy. Sometimes we start off super fast, but instead of going slow it down. Then when you feel like it's your time to speed it up, that's when you speed it up. Sometimes we feel like, okay, let me speed up first, and then I'm going to try to slow down. But I ain't going to slow down. Damn that. I'm going to keep speeding up until to the end I can slow down. And that's not how it goes, my friend. I want people to really understand that. Embrace that part of your life of when things are not going how you think it's supposed to go, like it's not speeding up. Enjoy this peace. Enjoy this time, because whoever you believe in, or whatever the case may be, they're giving you a sign to be like, look, you've been on the move for so long. You've been doing so much for so long. It's time for you to lock in and to decompress and stuff with yourself, for you to honor and embrace this peace that you have now. Because even when we're in the race and we're going through these things in life, we'll be like, I cannot wait to get some peace and quiet. I cannot wait to have a break. And this right here is the whole highlight to help you too with understanding like the real meaning of finding peace. Finding peace in the pause is to help you understand that you have the right to slow down. You have the right to give yourself that peace, because you're human. We all go through these things. You have the right to slow down, but don't beat yourself up in the process of you slowing down. Because that's one thing that I've noticed too, even right now in the process of me going to school and stuff, and things are not really popping off like that. When, vibing out with guests and stuff's not really popping off like that, I'm like, okay, cool. I gotta find something else to get into. And sometimes I'll be like, do I really need to find something else to get into, or do I need to embrace this peace? And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Sometimes, like I said, I'm guilty of this too. When you're always on the go and you always got something going on, and when you do have that moment of peace, it's like, am I being punished? No. It's just the signs that you need to take your time and you need to embrace this peace, because even when we're doing so much, we be like, I'm ready to take a break. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, when I started grad school, it felt like yesterday. I started grad school August the 25th. It's November 19th. The semester is over, I believe, November 9th. Like, November 9th or November 10th. Not November 9th. December 9th or December 10th. Somewhere around that. And I kept telling myself, I gotta keep my grades up so I can graduate with a nice GPA. But also, I need to keep my grades up because I have everything going on. And as well, for me to keep my grades up, I need to understand what the hell is the material being brought to me, because in the future, this is going to impact me a lot. So I need to stay locked and loaded. So I take every chance that I get that I have a break. If I know I got an assignment or something to do, I'm going to work on it. But I'm not going to force myself to do it all in one day, because it's impossible. Because it's going to rush it. And when you rush it, it's not good, and everything is not going to be good. But I will say this, I'm guilty by association of not enjoying the peace at times. But then I look at it now, Christmas time stuff's going on, baby. This is the busiest time of the year. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, New Year's, every holiday you can think of, birthdays, all that. Give yourself grace. Please appreciate that time you have, because when you are on the move so much, my friend, please give yourself grace. Love on yourself. Do the things that you want to do, because you need to find a peace in this pause. If you're in a situation right now in your life where things are not moving as fast as it used to be, embrace it and love on this pause in your life. It's like when you pause your favorite TV show, or you have to put a pause on people and things in your relationships or friendships, whatever. Sometimes you gotta pause, as well as sometimes, like, even our health will tell us we gotta take a pause. And sometimes it's scary, but it's like, this is best. This is meant best for us, because we've been on a world tour, literally moving around all over the place. We've been speeding up so much that we didn't even have the chance to slow down to speed up. We were speeding up to slow down. We wasn't slowing down to speed up. And this is why it's important for us to find a peace within this part of our life, while seasonal depression and everything is going on, so that we could be able to, slow down, take it one step, one day at a time. So when we fully got the energy, we're fully recharged, that we could speed it up when we're ready to, and not by force. Because it's not going to happen. Things are not going to happen overnight for us. We have to take it one day at a time. And that's why it's important for us to slow down to speed up, as well as right now, while things are not speeding up how it used to be, we get to enjoy this peace, love on this peace, and really be thankful for the peace that we have, because some people don't even really get as much peace as they should, that they feel like. But I feel as though if you don't get that peace, okay, you better make it. Sometimes you have to take charge of things, especially in your like moral story. You have to take charge. But if a lot of things in your life is not going as how it is, okay, that's a sign for you to say, okay, I'm gonna sit here, reflect, but also be like, okay, gotta chill out. I gotta chill out. I gotta appreciate this. And don't question yourself. Don't think, oh, I'm a motivated person. I'm a hustler. If business slowing down, I'm not a hustler. No, because even the good businesses had their bad times. Even the biggest people out there, stuff had their slow days too, but you just might not even know. So give yourself grace to understand that you have to find peace. You have to find peace in the pause of your life, as well as for you to learn how to slow down, take things one at a time, for you to be able to speed up, and not to speed up first, then wanting to take advantage of slowing down, and then want to say like, oh, I need the peace in my life. No. One step at a time. Find the peace within the pause, embrace and enjoy it. So it can help you slow down, as well as for when you're ready to speed things up, you'll be ready to speed things up. So now, who is impacted? Who benefits the most from slowing down? Everyone. First and foremost, everyone is impacted with this one. Everybody is impacted, regardless of what title you hold and what type of position you're in. You are impacted with this, as well as within every chapter, every hat, whatever you wear in your life. Everyone's impacted by this. Anyone who feels overwhelmed, overstimulated, or stuck in a consistent cycle of doing instead of being. Students juggling pressure, professionals balancing heavy workloads, and individuals carrying emotional or mental stress all gains from embracing the pause, as well as from parents and guardians. People experiencing burnout or life transitions especially needs moments of stillness to reorganize and recognize their thoughts and ground their emotions. When you slow down, you're giving your mind room to pause and your spirit room to breathe. When you slow down, you give your mind room to process and your spiritual room to breathe. Let's hear that again. When you slow down, you give your mind room to process and your spirit room to breathe. It's very important when you slow down, you have to give your mind time to breathe and to process everything that's going on. Going back to when we feel like Bugs Bunny obstacles and whatever else type of characters that have so much energy. Excuse me, us as humans that are going through so many things, like students dealing with burnout, professionals dealing with the workloads, or people in general that are parents probably dealing with the cycle of being stuck or can't do this, and guardians, whatever, whoever you are, I don't care how old you are. If you are dealing with these things, my friend, I want you to understand that when you slow down, you're giving your mind room to process everything that's going on. And you're giving your spirit that time and that space that's needed for them to breathe. You gotta give yourself time to breathe. Sometimes you have to, I don't like saying walk away, but sometimes you even have to let people know that you love so much that you gotta breathe. Like Tony Braxton said, the trend on TikTok, like, I got to breathe. Back up off of me. I gotta breathe. In this type of situation within our lives, with going through finding peace in the pause, slowing down to speed up, sometimes you gotta fall back and just breathe. Sometimes you gotta tell people, you gotta fall back. I gotta fall back from you. I gotta fall back. And it's nothing personal at all with you and I. Nothing personal with you and I. It's me. It's me. I'm going through these things. Like, I'm the one that's really going through these things, my friend. It's not you, my friend. It's me, my friend. Or it's not you, fam. It's me, fam. Like, it's nothing personal. But it's like, if I'm the type of person that's always there for you and stuff, and, things are hot. Like, y'all be saying like, oh, you so busy. You too busy for me. But now that I'm in this chapter of my life where I got to find peace in this pause, like, business is not going the way it was right now. It's a little minor setback for a major comeback. I got to embrace on this pause. I got to be able to live in this pause, as well as reflect and understand who I am, because if not, I'm going to be screwed. And if I don't give myself the leadway to relax, I'm really going to be screwed. And I don't want to give off that vibe of like, I don't care. Because if I give off that vibe, I don't care, I'm going to be a whole bunch of names in the book y'all going to give me. I'll be a whole bunch of names. And I don't want to be a whole bunch of names. And that's why I tell people too, even my students, sometimes you have to, first of all, you have to say it in a respectful and the nicest way possible, either way. When you're going through the things that you're going through, some people are not going to understand you. And that's okay and that's all right. But when you know things are slowing down in your life, like you used to be running around on top of things and on this and doing this, all this inventory stuff, whatever's going on in your life, when you see these signs, it's like, okay, you were so used to on the go, on the move, running around, doing all this, but now, slow down. You got to slow down. We feel like it's a punishment, but intentionally it's not. It's a reward. I'm going to say it's a reward for you because, like I said, whatever titles you have, I don't care if you're a student, a parent, a professional, a business owner, whatever. I don't even care how old you are. When you have these moments in your life where you have a pause and you need to, and it's telling you to slow down, but it's like things are slowing down, embrace and love on it. Because this is where it comes from, you finding peace within the pause of what's going on in your life so that you can be able to understand, okay, I'm going through a pause in my life. I'm going through a little change right now in my life. I got to find peace in this pause. I'm so used to being on the go, walking around, on the move, walking around, and everything, helping this person, helping that person. Now is a season where things are tied down. A lot of people don't need me no more. A lot of things are now jumping off right now. Okay, but that's not going to stop me from still putting my stuff out there and doing what I have to do for me. But when things not jumping off and stuff right now, okay, I'm going to find peace within this pause I got going on so I can learn how to properly slow down. So that when it's time for things again to speed up, but on a different type of rotation, things are going to speed up again. I know how to deal with it instead of being able to say, okay, boom, I know how to get it done with slowing, with things are speeding up. But when things slow down, I don't know how to handle it. And that's why it's important that you have to learn how to slow down before you can learn how to speed up. It's like you got to learn how to crawl before you can walk. You're not going to walk then crawl. It's impossible. You have to learn how to crawl to walk. And then in this situation within finding peace in the pause is the same way of you slowing down, crawling, so you can be able to speed up again or a whole new speed up. So this impacts with everyone. Like this impacts with everyone who has benefit the most from slowing down. And don't be afraid and don't be ashamed of you having to deal with the slow down moment. We all go through it because at times we're not going to always have these feelings of, oh, we want to move. Because if we want to move so much, this is where it's going to eat you up so bad to the point where it's like, I need a break. I need it now. Things got to pause, need to pause now. And that's why, too, it's so crazy. Like, when we're on top of things and how things are where we want to go, it's like, oh, my gosh, I'm exhausted. Now I need a break. And then when you have the break, it's like, nah, I got to go back to what the hell I was doing. No. So embrace the speed up. But when things do speed down, slow down, find the peace in that pause. Embrace it. Even if it take a week, 2, 3, a month, whatever, embrace it. So when you come back, you crawling again to something new. So then when you're able, you master the slowing down process, you can speed it up. And you can handle that speed up. And you can handle again, if another cycle come with things slowing down, find that peace again within that pause of the project or whatever that puzzle with up, whatever in your life. Embrace that pause. Embrace it. So you can learn how to slow down the crawling is slowing down. So you'll be able to walk to speed things up. So what is the benefit of this? Like, what happens when you choose to pause intentionally? I feel as though when you pause intentionally, you're giving yourself the grace that's needed. You're giving yourself something that you have been wanting and not feeling guilty about it. And you should not feel guilty about it. When you give yourself that leadway, but also that saying or whatever of, okay, I gotta slow down. With you being able to pause things, it helps you reflect as well as helping you how to react on things. It's helping you how to deal with as well as the meditating and letting all these things soak in for you instead of having you questioning and doubting what the hell is going on. So pausing helps you to respond instead of reacting. It reduces anxiety, sharpens focus, and allows you to approach decisions with practice and patience and clarity. When you take time to reflect and rest, you're able to work more effectively, communicate more calmly, and think more creatively. Slowing down strengthens emotional awareness and deepens your connections to yourself. Instead of being customed by chaos around you, you regain control of your energy and mindset. So instead of being customed by chaos around you, you regain control of your energy and mindset. Going back into us being able to find the pause, find peace in the pause with this slowing down and speed up. We got to crawl before we can walk. And that impacts with going back to, again, instead of being accustomed to the chaos around us, that's the speeding up, Bugs Bunny, the octopus with 8 arms and all that stuff going on, that's the speeding up chaos. But when we are able to embrace the pause in our life, we're able to regain control of our energy and mindset. We're able to handle these things. Going back to just overall being able to understand what's going on. We're able to just reflect, as well as it helps us to deal with all of our mental, spiritual, emotional, finance, physical, all those things that's going on. Because when we choose to pause intentionally and not by force, but by choice, it's pushing us to help our response instead of reacting. Going back to, like, we have to think before we speak, and we have to really think on what we say before we say it, as well as going back to how we're going to react to this. I know it may sound crazy, like, why I got to think of how I'm going to react, because it's very important. We have those moments where we think, okay, my reactions may speak louder than words. However, sometimes the reactions can give off not a good sign. It's like a picture's worth 1,000 words. And with our reaction, it can lead someone to think so many different ways. But when we're like, that's not what it means. But someone else may think that's exactly what it means. And that's where it's important for us to understand that when you're on the go, on the move all the time, and you don't consider giving yourself that grace and that pause, them reactions are still not going to give. Them responses are not going to be good. And that's why it's very important for you to please participate within giving yourself the permission and allowing yourself to have these intentional pauses, so that when you pause, it's to help you reduce your responses and your response instead of reactions. Like, instead of just going off, think of the response clearly and listen to what they're saying. I even had to teach my students this, because sometimes they had those moments where they react before they literally listen to respond what's going on. Even if you don't have a lot of things going on in your life, in general, you still need to give yourself that pause. Find that pause in a minute. Like in a conversation, or you read, I'm like, hey, give me a second. Hold on, give me a second. Let me think about it. That helps you too to understand the process of why it's important for you to slow down so you can be able to speed up. But when we speed up so much, it's like, oh, it's a ticking time bomb. It's no stopping you. But when you slow down, it's easy for you to process and understand what's going on and give a better response than reacting on things that does not really give off good. And it may turn 0 to 100 real quick. And we don't want these things to happen, especially with the titles that we hold. Especially if we have so much going on. You do not want nothing else on top of that. Trust me. You want to try to get as much peace and clarity as possible. But sometimes when we're in a ticket time ball and we are like Bugs Bunny and in the octopus with all the 8 arms, it's impossible to get peace if we don't even give ourselves the peace to just say, you know what? Let me take my time, slow down, and process what I can do. It's 24 hours in a day, 7 days out of the week. If I could do this with this in this day, within that day, or ask for help to help me get for me to help myself get some peace and quiet. But I need to learn how to slow myself down and be able to work on my pace, my own pace. So then if I master this new skill and be good at it, okay, I can speed up. And within the speed up, I'll know how to deal with it instead of walking around like Bugs Bunny, a tick of time ball, and an octopus with 8 arms. So yes, it is very important for you to choose the pause intentionally because it helps with the mental health. It helps with the mental health as well as helping you educate yourself more. You're learning from what you can take and what you cannot take, as well as learning what's going to impact your wellness mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. Sometimes, too, we put a lot of money into stuff that doesn't make things shake for us, we feel. And we have to reflect on, okay, if I don't put as much money in this, let me do one by one, let me slow down. And if I see a little bit of growth, okay, I'm going to speed it up and add maybe a couple more. But time takes time. Don't rush it, especially when it comes to like reducing, going back to the reducing the anxiety, shaping your focus, as well as allowing you to approach decisions with patience and clarity. Anxiety is a big thing. When you speed up a lot of things, you do not give, if you don't give yourself that patience and embrace that pause, your anxiety is going through the roof. You're going to be really on 100. And that's why it's important that you give yourself that pause. So you can reduce that feeling of being feeling antsy and dancy, as well as to help you focus. Because when we're speeding up on things, we speeding up and we all over the place, we cannot focus on everything. We can focus on something once at a time. Like even for me now, I've learned that mastering trying to talk to someone and listen to something that's very important is not going to work. It's not going to work at all because we feel like if we don't do these things, we're affecting the person that we love and care about. But the person that we love and care about understands what we have going on. They'll understand like, okay, she or she can multitask with helping me and trying to help themselves. So we have to take one thing at a time. Even I learned too, like don't call me when I'm in class because baby, I'm not going to pay attention to you in class because my number one priority is to get the understand the concept what's going on. I can't talk to you right now. It depends too. Like I don't think I can talk to you right now and get this done. No, and it impacts with you too. Even putting your foot down and doing what's best for you because if not, it's going to be screwed. So you have to do what's best for you, my friend, and understand that you know what's best for you, especially within this situation. If you're going through this right now, please find the peace within this pause of your life. Love on it, appreciate it, and also pour into yourself, but also do things that you have been putting on the back burner. Because this is where you find the pause, you find to understand that, okay, I'm not really on top of the things like I used to. Okay, I'm gonna embrace this so I can slow down and learn how to slow down, take things one at a time. So when I am ready and master the skill of speeding things up, I speed it up, but I'm not gonna speed up too much because when I did, my anxiety was all over the roof. I was not focused as well as it didn't allow me to approach decisions with patience and clarity. I approached things with a rush and a nasty attitude. That's why it's important for you to do these things, to help you reduce your anxiety, for you to focus and knowing how to understand what's going on and what you're doing to sharpen your focus, as well as to allow you to approach the decisions with patience and have clarity. So enjoy this part of your life this chapter of your life where things are not really up there, but finding the peace in this pause. Just if things not really going off how you say, okay, that's why it's time for a pause. Find the peace within this pause so you can be able to slow down, so you can speed up. Crawl again so you be able to walk. So, when should you pause? When is the most important time to slow down? I feel like you should pause when you know it's time for you to pause. Whenever your body, your mind, or soul, whatever is telling you, it's like, something gotta give. You cannot do this. We cannot be on Bugs Bunny energy. We cannot give the octopus, and we cannot be on a ticking time ball. When your body is telling you that, my friend, you cannot do this no more. We can't do this no more. Like we can't move like this no more. We can't move like this. You got to slow down. And when I mean we got to slow down, that means if we keep doing this, things are not going to be good. So slow down when you know your body is telling you that you need to slow down. And that impacts with where does it matter? In which area of your life does slowing down makes the biggest difference? Everywhere. Every part of your life. It could be all at once or one at a time. If those things are telling you need to slow down, do so. Slowing down matters the most in your relationships, your work, your mental health, and your decision making. When you pause, you communicate more clearly, avoid unnecessary conflict. Oh, wait. Beep, beep. I'm a little bit ahead of myself because we talking about where. We're on when. When should you pause? When is the most important time to slow down? You should pause whenever your body or mind signs your body or your mind gives signs of overwhelming tightness in your chest, racing thoughts, um, them urges where it's like I can't do it, exhaustion, or difficulty focusing. Don't wait for burnout to hit. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let me finish this first. Let me tell y'all about burnout. Pause early and often. Pausing is especially powerful during the moments of confusion, conflict, or transition because it gives you space to process what you're feeling. The best time to slow down is when everything you feel like speeds up. Whew, let me tell you about this thing called burnout. Burnout is something you do not want to defeat you. Burnout is something that you want to take control of. Burnout is something that you want to have the power of. Burnout is something that you do not want to creep up on you, and you do not want that to be the whole purpose of your life. Burnout is something that will really get you in the mood of like, what we stress ourselves too much, and burnout is something that will quickly come to you and it's hard to get rid of. That's why in everything you do, I don't care if you're a student, a parent, a guardian, a professional, whatever, if you're seasonal, whatever, give yourself grace to pause. Give yourself grace to pause. If your body and your mind are you getting these pains and these aches and stuff that's giving you signs like I can't do this, like the limbs or something's telling you can't do this, first of all, get checked out. See what's going on. Because sometimes, see, we try to self-diagnose ourselves, too. That's something we try to do. We try to be like, oh, it's nothing, it's just a little pain. I got this. But when you moving around and you sitting down and stuff, it's like, oh, I got a headache. I got a migraine. My chest is tight. My legs are throbbing. All this. Go to the doctor. I know sometimes it's scary to go to the doctor because you don't want to hear the things that we're thinking. But get it done right away. Catch it right away before it's too late. And then you don't want to suffer in pain because once it hurts once, oh, you need to get it checked out. No matter how big or small it is, please get it checked out. 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 So I'm telling you, regardless of your season right now in your life may not be speeding up. Even your body going to tell you, even if you're in the process of speeding up things, your body going to tell you, okay, we speeding up, we doing good, but I need you to slow down because physically, emotionally, mentally, and all this, I can't do it. We cannot do this. We cannot continue this because if so, something's going to explode and something's going to happen and we need to catch it now. Catch it now, especially when it comes to those things of where your body or your mind, your brain is the strongest muscle I feel of your body. When your mind is just it's too much and so much going on up here, it deserves to have as much TLC as it does. Like we have so much TLC of everything that we do. Your mind, your body, and soul deserve so much, and we have to embrace it, love on it, take care of it because there's so much that goes on and how it helps us operate everything else in our body. And if we don't do that, it's not going to be good. So it's very important that we prioritize within, like when our mind is telling, or like if our brain is hurting and throbbing and stuff, and it's been going off constantly that make you not go to sleep and stuff, go to the doctors, as well as your body. Sometimes we have these pains, like, okay, even us for women, we have these pains. It's like, okay, oh, I know this may be TMI, but it's life. Oh, it's that time of the month. That's why my arm is aching or my legs and my stomach is aching. Like, it's the time of the month. But if it's not the time of the month and it's doing that, get checked out. Regardless, please get checked out because it's better safe than sorry. And this is where the time too is like, okay, you're doing so much, but now you need to take a break. It's like, okay, you're doing a little too much, and right now I gotta help you slow down because this is really eating you up, and it's eating me up because it's like If you're not producing properly and these things are not working properly, how can we finish the day? How can we finish what we got going on? So please, y'all, health is wealth. Like I mentioned earlier about being sick, and this is cold and flu season. Even this is a season too. It get cold outside, like the old folks say. They bones and their joints hurt the most when it's cold and it rains, and they were not lying, because the lower back of mine be aching so bad. Get that help. Go to therapy, physical therapy, whatever. Do things that's meant for you, because in the areas of life, in which areas of life does slow down, it does make a difference. Now, wrong one. I'm ahead, y'all. Like, I'm so ahead. It's like, when it's most important time for you to slow down is when your body is giving you the signs, because your body will give you the signs before you can verbally understand it. So please don't wait till the burnout hit to pause everything. Don't wait till you going through hell and high waters. Be like, you know what? I'm just over it. Handle those things before it gets to hell and high waters. Handle those things before the pain gets so high that you can't contain it. So the best time for you to slow down is when everything and you feel like speeding up. Pause is essential. It's powerful during this time, these moments of confusion, conflict, transformation, whatever, because it gives you space to process what you're feeling and how things are going. So please take advantage of everything that's going on, from your mental health, your physical, everything, because it matters. And you need to find peace. I don't care how big or small things are going on in your life. Find that peace. Even when things speed up, please find peace within it. Even if things are not going to speed it up. I feel like every day you should give yourself peace. Like going back to the weekly challenge. Give yourself that moment and that grace to just slow down for a minute. No phone, no nothing. Just complete silence for you to just reflect and understand what's going on. Trust me, it's worth it. As well as going into now, where does this matters most? And what areas of life does slowing down makes the biggest difference? Slowing down impacts within everything. It makes a difference within yourself, your relationships, your work life, your home life, whatever areas of your life, it makes a difference in every aspect. Slowing down matters most in your relationship, your work, your mental health, and your decision making. When you pause, you communicate more clear, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and show up more present for people you love. In school or work settings, taking breaks improve performance, creativity, and overall well-being. And in your personal growth, pausing allows you to reflect on what works, what drains you, and what needs to shift. So take advantage of every moment you can, especially students. I want to say this. Every student from preschool, even the little kids need to take naps, take breaks, shoot, because they get frustrated too with something. If it's new for them, they don't know. They need time to process and have a break on what's going on. Elementary, middle school, high school, college, trade, military, Navy, veterans, everything. If you're in school for something, whatever it is, you're in school, period. My friend, please give yourself time to pause. Take a break. Take a break. Even when you're in school, I say this, okay? If you're in a classroom for 3 hours, use the bathroom. Walk around. Even I love to, it's professors out here that will say, we're going to insert a break. Even if you're online or in person, they're going to insert a break because they need it too. It's so much content that they're trying to give you to help you understand and master their class so you can get it. Because their main concern is, yes, for you to pass, but for you to also understand the concept of what they're teaching you. And sometimes it's a lot on them too, because it's so much they're saying in one sentence. I mean, one breath, maybe a sentence, run on a sentence. Some people not participating. It's a lot. So when you're in school, I'm going to tell y'all this, y'all. Please take advantage of them breaks. As well as too, when you go on break, Thanksgiving break, winter break, summer break, whatever break, spring break, all that. Please take advantage of those breaks, because yes, I know schoolwork is there, but this is what I used to do, and I still do. Before them breaks, you don't have much going on. Get the work done, so when you're on break, you can decompress. Right? Spend time with the ones you love, and just embrace what's going on. Work. My favorite thing to say. If you have that PTO, them self-care days, them 6 days, them sick days, whatever, take advantage of them. When you're such a hardworking person, you're hustling, you're grinding, you such a like they say a star student, and you're such a good employee. I want to say a star employee. you need to take a break too. You have so much going on too in your life. Like, yes, we love our job. That's why we went to school for this or went to trade schools and got the certificates and stuff for this. But we're humans. We still need to love on ourselves because, we're so good at our job. But if I got all these hours, I do need to take a break. And for the older generation of women that I work with, they be like, I have so many hours, but it's like, I feel guilty sometimes when I take them days because it's like, if I know I'm the only person that's in this school, this position or whatever for this, no one can do it like me. So when I do take time off, I do at least 3 days max, 3 or 4 days max. I won't do a week or so because I feel like I'm being selfish. But then it's too, I get that. And I be like, I get that. I just be like, wow. But sometimes we still need to give ourselves grace. Because I feel like, look, mother used to say too, that job gonna be there. That job gonna be there. But I need to give myself grace. I need to take advantage of that time because not only is it for me, but also to spend time with the ones I love, but mainly too for me to process and decompress everything that has been going on. So with school, work, business owners, everything, please take that time to give yourself the pause, embrace the pause and love on the pause as well as appreciate and honor the pause because it's needed. As well as going into when it comes to sometimes you got to slow down matters in your relationship. Sometimes the relationship within your friends and stuff, things may got to slow down. Things may need to take a toll. It's nice to need to fall back. I understand. Like I said to myself earlier, I was like, right now it's so much going on that I really got to step back from everyone. And it's not personal at all. I promise you this is not a personal thing. But when you got a lot, we've had a lot on your plate, and now it's like, okay, you smoothing out some things, rearranging, taking things off, adding things on there. It's like, okay, one thing at a time. I gotta embrace this pause. I gotta find peace in this pause. I gotta slow down. So then once I'm able to get myself back out there to speed up, I'll be good to go. But please take advantage of that, especially when it comes to your mental health too. Give yourself that grace. Slow down. Breathe in, breathe out, woosah, and just reflect on things that matters for you. As well as decision making. You really got to be really big on decisions you make for yourself because sometimes we do feel guilty when we say no. But within finding the peace, finding the pause, finding peace within the pause, sometimes we do need to say no and not feel guilty about it. I promise you, I know we all feel that way. Sometimes, like I said, I feel guilty too. But what matters, if I make a decision, I say yes, and I know I'm not mentally straight, then this thing is going to be a damn disaster. But if I say no, it's because I'm able to stand tall and firm and be like, no, I can't do it because right now I'm not mentally there. It's better safe than sorry. We have to play our cards right. Sometimes we be like, oh my God, I can't do that. I don't know why I did this. No, don't question yourself because sometimes we have to do these things and we have to give our support, but sometimes we can't be all in. And it hurts, but it's like we got to find peace in the pause of our life. We got to give ourselves the ability to pause as well as for us to slow down so we can be able to speed up again, but take our time within speeding up. Because also that it helps within allowing us to reflect on what works for us, the things that drained us, as well as what needs to shift in our life. Like what we need to take, what we can't take, what needs to stay, what don't need to stay. These things draining me, so I need to get this out of my way. I need to focus on how I can not let this happen again, as well as reflecting on what works for me. And I need to keep this going so it won't go away. So when it comes to in the areas of life, does slowing down makes the bigger difference? It does. And with every area I said it impacts you, if all impacted, do what's necessary for you, my friend. Or maybe 1, 2, 3, whatever. Do what's best for you, my friend, because you know what's best for you. You know how you can handle these things. And lastly, why is this important? Why is learning to pause essential for long-term wellness? It's important because you know what's for you better than anyone will know for yourself. Because peace isn't found by moving faster. It's found by moving intentionally. Pausing helps you stop running on empty and start living from a place of balance. Without moments of pause, you lose touch within your needs, your boundaries, and your emotional health. Slowing down protects your joy, your clarity, and your purpose. It teaches you the rest is not a setback, it's a strategy. It's when you pause, you return stronger, wiser, and more aligned than before. Enough said. Like I said, like when we give ourselves the ability to pause, we're 10 times better than we were before. We give ourselves time to take control, slow down, master what we can master, see what we can't take, what we can take. But overall, we're seeing how the moment of pause, we lose touch with. If we don't give ourselves pause, we lose touches with things that matter. But when we do give ourselves the pause, we don't lose touch with things that matter. We understand it and we love on it and we hover over it so much because it's important. Because peace isn't found by moving. Peace isn't found by moving faster. Peace is found with it moving slow, pausing, as well as just taking control of it slowly but surely and not speeding up. We got to sometimes put the pause on Bugs Bunny, the obstacles, and a ticket time ball. Sometimes we might have to be the turtle. Sometimes it might gotta be a slow turtle. But sometimes I wouldn't say sometimes, all the time it's necessary to be slow and steady. So you can win the race and get the results that you want. Because when we out here rushing these things and trying to see what's going on, it's like, okay, I did all this and the results was ass. And then it's like, damn, I done cheated myself out. That's why it's very important that slowing down, it helps to protect your peace, your joy, your clarity, your mental health, your well-being, everything like that. So embrace on it. If you or someone you know is going through something right now within not giving themselves time to slow down, please help them to embrace the importance of slowing down and knowing how to deal with things that are going on. Don't feel guilty about it either because you matter. Your mental health matters. Health is wealth. And you have to know what you can take, what you cannot take, because you know what's best for you, my friend. Okay? And as always, the quote of the day / the quote of the week is, sometimes the most productive thing you can do is pause. You might not think it's productive, but it is productive. Sometimes we got to sit back, reflect, and relax and pause on what's going on. And that's being productive because you are doing something. It may not be a lot of action going on, but you're doing something. Okay? So as always, I thank you guys for tapping. And remember, slowing down is not giving up. It's gearing up. The pause is where you strengthen, rest, your clarity returns, and your purpose becomes clear again. Give yourself permission to breathe, rest, and realign. The journey isn't about how fast you move. It's about how intentionally you grow. Okay? So, I hope you all learned a handful of good information within this. I really hope that this impacts someone or someone you may know because, like I said, this is holiday time. This is around the time of seasonal depression and things of that nature. I really hope this episode, this vibe of the day, really helps you to understand that, please, it's okay to find peace within the process of everything that's going on. It's okay to slow down to help you speed up again. It's okay to just take the moments to reflect and deep breathe and everything. It's okay to do what's for you and don't feel guilty about it. Because when you do these things, it helps you to understand what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and what needs to change. Okay? I really, really appreciate you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy day to listen or watch me. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all so very much. Please take the time to really do for you. Take that time to reflect and relax and just do what's needed for you because you know what's best for you. And it's okay to say no. And it's okay to take pauses, to take breaks when it's necessary. If you feel like things are too much, it's overwhelming, it's okay to step back and let people know what's going on when you're ready to. And don't, make it feel any iffy, uncomfortable situations, But yes, I love you all so very much. Please be safe out here. Please protect yourself again. And please do what's best for you because you are in control of your life and how things go. Don't wait till things get too heated for you. You can't control it. Catch it before it gets to that point and do what's necessary for you to take care of you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and all those things that matter. Okay? As always, you guys will hear from me now next week because we don't have a Vibing Out with Guest session this Friday, but it's okay. All right. Until next time, I love you all so much again. Please be safe, but also protect yourself because your peace matters. Okay? Bye.